Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. I am going to the National, and I'm leaving in a couple of days, but I am still here, and I was just cleaning up, looking through things, and I realized I'd gotten a couple of boxes from Upper Deck. 23-24 Hockey Extended, their flagship, and then 23-24 Synergy Hockey, 3 cards per pack and 8 packs per box, so a little bit more upscale there. Obviously, the allure of the extended 23-24 Upper Deck are the last of the young guns for this year. Both of these boxes are titled 23-24, so they're getting back on track. The 23-24 season was over last month with the playoffs, and both of these are hobby boxes, which is generally better. I want to talk about what I got and just talk a little bit about hockey and observations that I have. It's generally thought that Upper Deck has done a nice job on hockey, good customer service, good quality of cards, and they've been on a roll here. The Connor McDavid phenomenon, they're riding that. And I watched a lot more hockey this year. The Stars got to the conference finals, lost to the Oilers, who almost went all the way. But I watched a lot of playoff hockey and really enjoyed it. It's hard to watch on TV, but I used to have season tickets. I know what's going on. Not my best sport, but certainly an enjoyable sport. One of my soapbox things is I really think the number of cups you've won or World Series or Super Bowls is overrated. Connor McDavid, I really don't think it was his fault. He was completely worn out at the end of Game 7 against the Panthers. I don't know if they were double shifting him or putting him in every chance they had. He was so worn out at the end of the game. My thought is that if you're a tired superstar, you're equal to a good player. If you're an injured superstar, you may not even be that. And I'm not sure they were substituting and putting him in there. The Mavs have fallen prey to that too when they're going the fourth quarter. If everybody's rested, I like the chances, but these are very intense games. The WAR concept of wins above replacement in baseball, like I said, I just think a good player is better than a great player if the great player is tired or injured. And most managers and coaches don't think that. They just think somehow the superstar is going to summon up something fabulous. And I think Connor McDavid, I just admired that he was just out there giving it all he had. And I'm certainly not blaming him. Many of the people that have the most cups, a lot of times are from the original 6. If you look back 50 years ago when there were less teams, same thing with baseball, the original 16, and the Yankees won so many times. I want to collect players that I love to watch, that are exciting, and all that. At any rate, the extended series, heavy on promotion and excitement about the young guns. And there's some nostalgic inserts in there. Not a lot of parallels. The other thing is, again, I just watched Connor McDavid and he played his heart out. But in baseball, if somebody is great starting pitcher and you put him out there with 2 days rest and he doesn't come through and you're thinking everybody gets tired. Again, 12 packs of 12. We talked about that. They've changed that up. And so you know the drill of what you're going to get when you're opening up extended packs. There are this year now 1-of-1 young guns. I'm okay with that. I just think it's moving in the direction that the hobby is of the lottery, the hit the jackpot kind of mentality. So if you just get a regular young gun, that's not so great. It adds excitement if somebody pulls it. There's a lot of discussion about whether or who should be responsible or mentioned when the top chase card is pulled. Is that the company's job? Is it the breaker's job? Is it the collector who picked it up, got it out of a pack? Or are you allowed to keep secret and let people keep looking for it? I think there are no rules there. There are bounties out there, and there's different kinds of bounties. I think the bounty is seductive in the sense that it's a big number and everybody knows about it. And then if you turn in the card, you get the cash and they get the card. Then maybe they have somebody that wants it at that price. But I'd rather see, instead of a bounty, I'd rather see a reward. I'd rather say you're going to get some additional thing. If there was a reward given by the card manufacturers, the card companies, if Upper Deck had a reward for whoever pulled it, then, but it was just a reward. It wasn't a bounty. So you'd notify the company, you'd prove that you had it. They would maybe have it documented in some way that it couldn't be, not that they would, in the old days, they hole punched them or they clipped them. So it wouldn't be that, but if there's a way that they can say, okay, we're going to recognize you. We're going to use that in our social media, in our PR, but you're going to get to keep the card. Then you would know that the card was pulled. And I'd love to see rewards like that. I'd love to see complete sets being rewarded. Upper Deck might be a company that would do this. If you get a complete master set, I noticed if you complete the canvas or the dazzlers, you're going to get something. I couldn't tell what it was, but you're going to get something. I like that. But what if there could be a reward for whoever got the most of a certain player or any player? There's got to be a way to increase the demand for the base cards, of which most of packs in the popularly priced brands are base cards. You're going to get a few young guns, you're going to get a few inserts, but mostly it's base cards. So a way for people to see some value in the base cards. So anyway, this is 23-24. And even though it's after the season, they're not season stats. There's a little bit of write-up about some things that happened early in the season in late 2023. But I'm just not sure people are buying cards anymore to read the narrative on the back. I think when they have cumulative lifetime statistics, I think sometimes I still like that. But in a couple of months, maybe we'll have the 24-25 sets. They're getting back on schedule, which would have the full 23-24 season stats, the results, the recognition of who won throughout the playoffs. Young Guns is pretty brilliant. Every card company is looking for a way to create demand in their products that doesn't increase the cost. And certainly that's a way that does. No significant autographs or game used memorabilia relics are required to move the products. The 12 packs and 3 cards in each pack are going to be non-base, are going to be something that's a little bit better. I did get a Connor McDavid Young Gun, but oh wait, it's not really a Young Gun. It's like a retrospective Young Gun. And so that was something. I may still get a slab. Just heard he's now the face of Canadian Gatorade. I didn't know there was a Canadian Gatorade. I'm sure it's the same good tasting drink. I like Gatorade. I had several Gatorades when I was playing golf this week because it's hot down here. Lastly, one more concept here, the Synergy. I got a superlative box for me in Synergy. And this is going to happen. And in my training as a statistician, people think things are rigged if the odds are very low in something. So what happened to me here, and this could happen to anybody, and it would happen more often than you think, but for me, admittedly, I'm a Dallas Stars fan. Out of the box of 24 cards in Synergy, 4 of them were Dallas Stars. You got Jason Robinson, Wyatt Johnson, Jake Ottinger. I think the 4th one was Joe Pavelski, or maybe it was Jamie Benn. But anyway, I got 4 Stars out of 24 cards. That's 1/6 of the cards are one of the 30 teams. That is very unusual. So then, was it rigged? Did they send me a box of Synergy that had, hey, there's some Dallas Stars in this one. Let's send it to Dr. Beckett, who likes the Stars. Now that I think there is 0 chance that's just going to happen. And the way to defeat the notion of the loading of packs is to have more visible opening and reporting of what's in the packs. So there's somebody that got 4 Panthers, and somebody got 4 Oilers, and somebody got 4 New York Rangers. So, but it is unusual. If you did the odds of seeing what are the chances that I got 4 Dallas Stars out of 24 cards, it would be astronomical. And it would look like, well, hey, that's because there's just a different interpretation. There are billions of possibilities, and the one we got is the one we got. So to then retroactively figure out what are the odds of getting what we got, it's in the billions and the trillions. It just means somebody is going to get that, and it's going to randomly fall that way. Now, if I got 24 Dallas Stars, that would be suspicious. But if I got 24 Panthers or 24 Oilers, that's why people like to do the breaks with you, pick your team. Maybe I'll do some more stuff about doing the odds after the fact. In my expert witnessing career, my second career, I had a consultation about the odds of beating the lottery and gave testimony in that case. And it was tricky. The problem was the same person won twice. And that is very unlikely. And then they figured out there was a relationship with the person that was administering the lottery and the person that won the lottery. And so it was unlikely that it was by chance. Many of these things are. But the curiosity was, how did this person pull it off? If there was illegal activity, how did they do it when everything's on camera? And frankly, same thing when you have the card companies at these facilities that are collating the cards. I think everything's on camera. And I hope it is. I'm sure it is. But again, I don't think the boxes are going to be earmarked it just makes no sense that they would do that or even allow for that. I'd be more concerned about shrinkage at the printing and collating process as opposed to somebody putting in cards. Frankly, if a breaker got this box of Synergy, again, I maybe broke even in terms of the value of the box, but that's not what people are talking about. It just shows the randomness of the distribution is such that if every box is opened up and declared, then I think you'd see the pattern more likely that the people that open the most boxes get the most big hits. So just putting in a plug for that. Anyway, thanks Upper Deck. Thanks other sponsors. I will be back. This is just a short weekend episode. I'm really excited about the National. I will be there next week, and I look forward to connecting with some of you. I'll be roaming around, and if there's a good dollar box, I'll be there. I'm not resting my legs. I'm certainly not resting my eyes, but I'll have a good time doing that, and I'll have a good time having some meals with some good friends and seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time and making some new friends. So thanks, everybody. I'll be here, but I'll be at the National next week. Thanks. Bye.
The man